Hello everyone. I'm so glad that you've decided to play in the NCHS after school music program. I've never heard anybody say, man, I wish I would have never played that instrument. So you've made a great decision and your kids are gonna love it. So what I would like to do first is tell you, if you don't have an instrument, the best way you can get one is through a company called Nodelman's Music. Nodelman's is a company that I trust. They're a company that I've used for a long time, and one of my close personal friends works at that store and comes to us every week to deliver instruments, to pick up instruments that need repair, or to just give us supplies that the kids need. So he comes every Wednesday morning and will drop things off for us or pick things up. When you go to NodelmanMusicOnline.com, you'll click Start Your Rental here. Scroll down, select NCHS After School Music Program. Once you've made that selection, you can scroll down and click your school name. And then the last drop-down menu is the actual instrument you would like to rent. You can pay for that all online, and it will be delivered to the high school, and it can be picked up by your student. To rent. Once you've rented that and paid for it online, they will bring that to NCHS, drop it off at my office, and then when the student comes to after school music on Wednesdays, I will give them that instrument and they are ready to go. I would also like for you to get a book called Essential Elements, Book 1. It's the book that we learn out of. We will use that for probably the next couple of years if you're just starting out. All of our 8th graders through 6th graders have that book, and we will all be playing out of it. Now we'll also play music as a band that I will give them, and they don't have to purchase that, but we do need to purchase the book to start off with. You might also want to get a music stand for your student, just so that they can have something to prop that music up on when they're practicing. Other things work. Like if you have a piano at home, you can put it on the piano and you can play your instrument, facing the piano. And I've heard of kids propping it up on their dressers or their beds and things like that. But, a music stand makes it a lot easier. You don't have to get one if you don't want one, but those are available on Nodelman's Music website. Also, if you're a reed player, so if you're deciding that you're going to play saxophone or clarinet, you're going to want your own box of reeds. That way, if a reed chips and you're at home, you don't have to wait until you come to NCHS to get a new reed. You'll just have an extra one at home and you can put it on your instrument and be on your way. If you're playing a brass instrument, a trumpet or trombone, you may want to get some slide grease or valve oil. Now, as a matter of fact, all of the instruments that you rent, they'll come with the slide oil and the valve oil. But later on, when you've been doing this for a year or two, you might need some more. So it's an easy place to just get your supplies. And like I said, they'll bring it right to Nashville, and I can give it to your student, and you don't ever have to leave Nashville to get your supplies. My phone number, I don't mind if you text me. I'm going to text this video to you. Just use that cell phone number if you have any questions. You can also use my email. My email is sbrown, that's S as in Steve, Brown, and remember Brown has an E on the end, SBROWNE @Nashville-K12.org. You can ask me any questions that you might be wondering, or anything that you're inquiring about. Just email or text me. Either one is fine. Sometimes I'll answer the text a little bit faster than email, but like I said, either whatever you're comfortable using is fine. We will start this week. Let's see, that would be Wednesday of this week. What is that? Today's the 14th, 15th to 17th. September 17th, we will start right after school. Usually it takes until about 3:30 for all the kids to get there. So we go from 3:30 to 4:30. There isn't a bus that comes to NCHS. You know, a lot of people will carpool or you know, pick up your kid from their school and then take them to Nashville. I wish I could come out to each one of your schools. I just can't. I only have so much time in the day. My main job is to teach the high schoolers, and and that takes up quite a bit of my time. So I wish I could come to each one of your schools. That would be great, but I just can't. So this is the way we've developed, and it does work. I have probably 10 kids from this program that are now in the high school band and major contributors to the program, and they're doing great, and they're in all forms of the program: jazz band, all of our concert bands and marching bands, and all that kind of stuff. So the program does work, and like I said, I'm so happy that you've decided to join it. Like I said, if you have any questions, just give me a call or a text. Thank you very much.